about some miraculous things. Because water comes, as we know, she goes, she searches for water, water comes, and we don't think about the time frame, right? That water comes, and then some travelers come by. And with that amount of time, there's vegetation, people are eating, they build a village. Because clearly she's not just surviving on water. So what is the miraculous time frame that this vegetation and these travelers are coming before her and her child starve on just water? Right? So within that, she says, yes, you can come. She tells the travelers, you can come, but I control the water. Very important in terms of the relationship between women and water. Very important as it relates to women or anybody who's ever had a child. When she says the water is gushing, the water has broke, this is a moment, and that just this moment of birth is this great communication between the woman and the Almighty. Why? Because this inside the woman, heaven and earth are taking place at the same time. Right? And so this is when we talk about her womb being connected to the throne of the Almighty, we begin to see. So long story short, the entire holy city of Mecca is actually built around Hajar. Right? She is the cornerstone of that. It's because of her decision, her faith, her declaration, and her trust and her reliance on the Almighty, that when we go to make Hajj, you go to make Umrah, you're going to make that journey. You cannot complete that journey without doing Safa and Marwa, going in her footsteps. This is important because for people who are looking at Islam as the patriarchal religion, like, hold up, you can't complete your religion. You can't complete your deen without walking in the footsteps of that woman. Right? And so this just speaks volumes because for us, this is key. Going to Hajj is considered like this is the completion. Right? And so I want to, even back it up a little bit further, is that, so when we're talking about now she's the Khalifa on the earth, her womb is connected to the throne of the Almighty. In that moment, it says in Surah An-Nisa, it says, الرجال قوامون على النساء, that men are the maintainers and protectors of women, right? And then it then goes on, so she's devoutly obedient. And there's some juicy stuff happening. Now, what I love about this is that people start to think, oh, well, this is that verse. She's got to be obedient to her husband, right? And it says, and then it begins to talk about, but it doesn't talk about why is he her maintainer and protector. So let's do some common sense thinking with me. Let's say I go out, right? You all seen The Bodyguard? That crazy movie back in the day? Some of you are young, like I have no clue what you're talking about. No problem. I make references that tell how old I am. No problem. Long story short, there's this movie, there's this woman, she's fierce, and the whole point is, she's got this bodyguard whose job is to, make sure, maintain her safety. Right? To maintain her safety and make sure she's constantly, doing stuff that's outside of his command. So in the end, she's about to get killed. The point is that, but who in this scenario has the value? It's that which you're protecting. So what we begin to understand is that even inside of this verse, and there's some other Arabic linguistics, but I won't go into that. I won't bore you with that. But long story short, inside this verse, what it says is that the reason why you're protecting and maintaining the woman is because she is the guardian of the unseen. This gets serious, right? So we understand this in the most basic way, because when a woman is pregnant, it's unseen, right? That first, before anyone else knows, before she's missed it, right? Before 2 weeks, and she's like, wait a minute, I'm late. Before that all happens, there's an unseen, unknown matter, which in Islam we call the ghaib, right? The unseen realm. That somewhere the miracle of life is happening. Where is it happening? Inside her. This is a relationship between her and the Almighty. Because you could have this, and I don't mean to be crude here, but you could have this Almighty gives it life. Right? Doesn't become life. So when does that Almighty command happen? Where is the vessel that's taking place? Inside of her. This goes back to it being connected, her womb being connected to the command of God. Right? And this is part of her magnificent role. And through our silliness and worship of money, honestly, we have begun to belittle that. We begin to belittle that role. As a matter of fact, if we look at medicine and modern day medicine today, men, and just no offense to men, I'm not, just because I'm pro-woman doesn't make me anti-man. Okay, let me say that. But there are lots of things done in the medical field that want to control, that men want to be involved in this process as it relates to women. Right? When historically, this was a woman's room. We get together, I'll help you, we know what to do, we'll push it. That becomes like, men used to wait outside pacing the floor. All right. So, I want to go to something. During the time of the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, there are 4 companions around him. And these 4 companions, as we know them, are Abu Bakr, Omar, Uthman, and Ali. And they each represent, right, they represent many things on the spiritual realm. But they each have very different personalities. Right? Very different personalities. And they're each maintaining their corner of the earth, to give you some hint into their spiritual purpose. So these 4 are, what happens is when the messenger of Allah, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, are no longer with us, each one of them then represents at different times. But the 4 of them represent establishment of the way. Interestingly, the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, says to us, there are 4 most perfect women. You hear me? There are 4 most perfect women. So we know the 4 Khulafa al-Rashidin. Find this interesting. There are 4 men that have this title of being the Khalifa, and he's saying, and they're also these 4 perfect women. Right. So when we talk about the Khalifa, right? The Khulafa al-Rashidin, we have again this Jamali and this Jalali state going on. Right? And so he lists them for us. He says these 4 most perfect women, they are Maryam, Asiya, Khadija, and Fatima. Maryam is just amazing in and of herself. As we know, this is Maryam, the mother of Jesus. And, it angers me, actually. Through the years, I've seen these different videos, movies come out about Mary. And I'm like, why is she always looking like an airhead? That's just me. Right? Why is she so, And it makes me, like as if someone who decides I'm going to be a student in a male-dominated, no woman has ever entered, women are not allowed to enter into the tabernacle, women are not allowed to study religious knowledge, and she, about the age of 14, 15, says, I'm going. And I'm going to be educated. And you're going to accept that I'm going. I don't know about you, but that's not an airhead. That's a major social justice, educational reform, spiritual respect at the age of 14. Right? Amazing. So she goes, she suffers multiple mistreatment in this process, in this opening up the way for women to be a part of religious knowledge and religious institutions. Huge. They put her in, basically she can't stay in the dormitory, she's a girl, they got all the stuff going on. She stays in a very small room by herself. They kind of make this makeshift room for her, and they're like, you're going to stay in this corner because you're off limits. She said, no problem. In that room, The spirituality and the connection between her and the Most High and the unseen realm is so powerful that her friend is the angel Gabriel. I want you to think about this for a minute. Because angel Gabriel is known in Islamic tradition as having one specific job. Anybody know what it is?
Messenger.
His job is to bring the message to prophets. His job is to bring wahi to prophets. And he's hanging out with Maryam. And he brings her food. And so the Almighty wants us, you're going to recognize who she is. I'm not going to let you ignore her rank, her position, her status. For all of you thinking you're studying religion and you're in the high realms of the tabernacle, I'm going to give you a sign by which you're going to be forced to recognize who is this woman. So the angel Gabriel brings her food and fruit because they refused to feed her. So the angel Gabriel would bring her food and specifically fruits that you could not get in that particular season. Now, you got to think, this is not the time of freeze dry and refrigeration. So they walk into her room, right? And it's like, whoa, you've got cantaloupe, you've got these fruits. Where did you get that? Minister, I got it from the heavens. Right? And this is something ongoing. So they're forced, in spite of themselves, to recognize this ain't no ordinary 14-year-old. Right? And then Gabriel comes and tells her and says, you're about to be the mother of one of the greatest prophets of all times. And what you're going to suffer from now is going to be quite severe. And she's young. And yet she handles it. She handles it. Now, I don't know about you guys, but, there are multiple stories as it relates to this. But long story short, this happens in a very short amount of time. Because I don't know about you, but the likelihood that she was able to hide that pregnancy, right, for 9 months, highly unlikely. So the time frame in Islamic tradition, very fast. And then she leaves. She leaves in the Christian tradition. She goes with Joseph. And the Islamic tradition, that wasn't the case. Joseph was her cousin. They, eventually she's talking to Zechariah. They know what's happening. She goes off. Doesn't matter. In the end, she has this baby. And she's raising him as a single mother. See, in the Bible, he disappears from childhood, right? And nobody knows what happens. What happens is in the Islamic tradition, she actually takes him and she raises him in the mountains by herself as a single mother. Until he emerges as a man that's already been trained, nurtured in a spiritual, religious tradition. Anybody ever guess, well, Jesus was missing. They didn't have him in the religious schools, so who in the world was educating him? Right? This is the history of Maryam. And then the end of her beautiful story, where she's in the mountains, and I'll tell you very quickly, she's in the mountains, and she sends her son out to get some milk because she sees the angel of death. And so she sends him out to get some milk because it will take him a while. It will take him some time to go get it. She tells him to go to this specific place. So he goes to this specific place and he brings it back and he finds her sleeping. And so he doesn't want to disturb her. So he actually stands next to her all day and all night, saying that when my mama wakes up, I'm going to give her this milk she asked for. And so then the angels in heaven begin to cry. And they say, oh Allah, can we please go tell him that she's gone? And so Allah orders the angels, you can go tell him. And so it's the angels that come and actually wash her body and prepare and shroud her for death. And it's Ieasha, Jesus, and the angels that pray her funeral prayer. This is why we can still talk about Maryam in 2017. This is why you can go into any city, any town, any village in the world, and you will find statues of her. You will find images of her. You will find talk of her. Because God said, this woman was so great and so significant in my plan that I will not let you forget her. And you will honor her and everything about her. And so, she's the first. Then we have Ieasha, the wife of Pharaoh. This here again, we've got this strong woman. She has no children. She actually is an adoptive mother where she is known to adopt